Hey, you guys, welcome. Week number 4 recap,
Mm,
and we got a lot to talk
yes, we do.
about the Green Bay Tigers.
A lot of angry thoughts.
A
And I
lot,
don't really want to talk about it.
a lot of anger. A lot of anger. All right, guys, so who wants to go first?
I guess I'll go
You
first.
can go. You can go first. You can go first.
Go for it, get it.
I'm
The stage
devastated.
is yours.
It's such a. Don't get me wrong. If you're not a Packers fan, or even no, if you're just a Packers fan, uh, you're not happy about this game. But if you're probably anybody else, was probably the game of the week. Uh, I don't like it because it feels like it was just nothing. I technically would have rather lost. I mean, it would have made me feel something.
um,
I
I don't
agree.
want to pretend, this is the greatest, worst game in Sunday Night Football history.
It was a incredible game, but it was not an incredible outcome game. I did not plan on staying up until 11:45 when I had to wake up at 3.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Yeah, work was hard that day.
It was you. I mean, yeah. I have an hour drive before work too, so getting to
God,
work was not enjoyable.
I don't have an hour, but because of
Well,
the
I had
construction of my
technical.
freeway, mine's 30 minutes now.
Well, it's 30 minutes to get there, but once I get there, I have to drive 30 minutes to my first store. So it's
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
saying it's an hour.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
so,
that was not enjoyable.
so get it. I would love to hear your reaction to that game.
Well, well, well. Again, disappointment. I think that's why I'm wearing his jersey. I think Jordan Love played really well, so
He
I
did
want to give him
great.
his flowers
Yeah.
for.
Oh yeah, he played
And
great, but
so many people, as soon as the game was over, it was like, Love is not like Love can't do this. Like you did you watch the game? He's now top 5 passing yards in the NFL.
yeah,
Yeah, I was. I didn't do it as much as I normally used to because I'm trying not to do it as much. But I was arguing with a lot of people. I'm like, y'all just don't.
You
Like
don't
I
know golf.
understand, like I'm not like I know probably just a little bit more than a casual or just as because I don't know. I wouldn't really consider myself a casual, but I also am not like an enthusiast of football.
yeah,
I
sure.
just know more about it. But like if you look the way he did, the pocket was falling a lot, and what we complained about with the Browns, he did fix and getting the ball out more faster, going down to his check downs, and then the only thing that sucked is that the same thing we had a problem with is Matt LaFleur kind of played very conservative this game again. I don't know why he does that. I think that puts us in a hole. Like if we don't, we've always been a first quarter team, but
Like,
if we don't come out
let
striking.
me ask you a question. What do you mean by playing conservatively?
Like
He
he
doesn't
wasn't
let
going out
Jordan
for all out
throw.
plays. Like there was a couple of them, but he kind of like instead of being on the gas and like just go with stomping, he kind of lets off a lot of the time, and that's not just in this game. It's just like a consistent thing that he does. When
But
I
I
think he
think
should always be doing stuff like I get you don't want to give everything away until like the playoffs come, but I think he should then find creative stuff that he likes for both, and I think you should
Well,
try at least once to practice it. Like
but like
the big play with Wicks and Reed, he hasn't done since week 1, and
yeah,
like stuff like that.
week
The pick,
1,
the play he
sorry.
did with Luke Musgrave and Tucker Kraft in the red zone against the Commanders, they didn't do. He didn't do it. He hasn't done since. Like plays like that, I just think he would do more consistently. I wish.
Week 1 and week 2, it wasn't an issue at all. And like Love was like dropping deep balls and like so many like better routes and plays. And then the Browns, we like did nothing. And then against the Cowboys, it was better, but like the play calls were still so concerned. Like it was like week 1 and week 2, we won because of
yeah,
how
but
we played like those calls, and like that those haven't been there the past 2 games, and it's frustrating.
you know, my my beef with LaFleur is, man, how horrible are you with the clock?
Yeah, that too. If you've been our head coach for like 7 years and like you're letting the clock slip up on you like that in overtime,
But,
like he even said today in his thing, like, yeah, I just looked up and I was like, there's like it's like watching a car crash slow motion, like 7 seconds left. It's
That's
like
on him. That's
how
on
are you not aware that there were 7 seconds left?
That's
but
on other coaching staff that aren't like telling him there's no communication. And that's kind of what I was saying is like we're witnessing the us being the youngest team in the NFL. Like that people
But
are like,
you
oh,
can't
no,
use that as an
yeah,
you
but
gotta
you
excuse
take
for
can't use
not.
that as an
this is
excuse.
reality. We are the
Yeah.
youngest team in the NFL, and what do teams that have veterans an advantage and why people like them so much is because they're vocal. They've been there, done that, and have that culture. Like
Yeah, but you
the
cannot.
Packers don't have that really. Like literally on the sideline, who was hyping up the defense? It was Romeo Dobbs.
Yeah.
Out of all of the players, don't get me wrong, I love me Romeo Dobbs, but he is known for being the quiet guy of the team. And he's the one that's getting Quay Walker, who, by the way, led in sacks, beast mode, or tackles, my bad,
Tackles. Yeah.
tackles, beast mode. But he's the one on overtime, the one getting them behind. I think it's cool it's him, and I'm happy he's the one that's taking over. But it should be guys like Love, Josh Jacobs, and Gary, and even Michael Parsons being
Yeah,
the one.
but they do it in their own way.
But I agree with Kenton.
We
Like,
don't have that, and it's the youngest team, and someone has to step up, and that's a part of stepping up.
like
Yeah,
I'm
but
surprised it's not McKinney doing that. Like he's been pretty quiet the whole season.
Yeah, Xavier McKinney as well. I like again, and I'm sorry to say it. The reason why he's not succeeding as much is because Jair's not there taking the film. I'm not saying anything. That's just what I'm saying is just what happened. You look at
Yeah.
film from last year. They refused to throw at Jair's point, and they threw in the middle, and that's where Xavier McKinney excels better than anyone else. Now they don't do that. Now they can. Now they're throwing to Nixon a lot, but he's playing good.
But yeah,
But
I was gonna
still gotta
say
throw to
Nixon has
then have
been
it to McKinney.
Nixon has been making me quite happy.
Yes, but when they switch Valentine to someone like that, they are dogging Valentine. And I just
Yeah.
want to say this: I like him, but he has not shown me anything. Even when Jair was here, that I would put him above Jair.
No, not never. No.
Yeah, but look, where's Jair now?
He could have been different if he was on the Packers, like, and he was willing to after it. It's just the bond, I guess, was just broken, whatever. Like, and that's what I'm saying. That doesn't matter at this point. But I'm saying, like, I don't think it would have really changed us from getting Michael Parsons. I think that was gonna happen no matter what.
You know what? But I
I
disagree with you too. I think LaFleur is being too aggressive.
And I
Too
also want to say
aggressive?
it doesn't matter. Nate Hobbs
Yeah.
was hurt as
Yeah,
well.
Nate Hobbs is being a disappointment.
But here my point of why he's being too aggressive. In that Browns game, before Jordan Love threw the interception, it was 3rd and 9. The score was 13-0. Why not just run the ball? Because there was only 4 minutes left in in the last quarter. Why don't you just run the ball, take some time out, and just punt the ball away?
I think he was just confident. I think he was just confident in Love, and I think Wicks did that route wrong. And I don't think that was a LaFleur problem or a Love problem. But I get what you're saying.
Wicks said he ran the ball route.
LaFleur's the one that calling in the offensive plays.
Yeah, I mean, well, true, but again, like Wicks still ran it the wrong way.
Yeah,
but you got to understand the situation. There's 4 minutes left. You're up by 13.
That's where I agree. I do agree with you there. We shouldn't have, but
and you punt the ball, and they're gonna get the ball in their 20-yard line. You're telling me they're gonna score 13 points in 4 minutes? 4 minutes left in the game. You're telling me they're gonna do that? The only reason the Packers lost the Browns game is when they when the interception happened, it happened on the own 30-yard line of the Green Bay Packers, and it was an easy score from there.
But
Well, that's where they
again,
tried to do the deep passes was to get out of their own
yeah.
zone, and it just failed.
But again, the only reason technically why we lost the Browns and the Cowboys game is because our blocked field goals and our special teams is atrocious.
Yeah,
No, hold up. Our special teams is ass.
Like,
Donkey ass.
why is our special teams coordinator the highest paid special teams coordinator in the NFL?
Because we bought him from the Raiders, thinking that because he made the stinking Raiders look good. And I'm going to be honest, that's what it was. I think the Raiders team was just so bad that their special teams just ended up being their only decent.
yeah. You know my point about the Browns games, the Brown game. The same thing happened in the Cowboys game. At the last 2 minutes of going into halftime, why are you throwing the ball with 48 seconds left
So we
in the
can get in
first
field goal range ourselves
half? Just
and
run
score.
the ball, let the clock run out, go into
Packers trying to
halftime.
score and be 2 scores ahead, and then try and getting out of Cowboys in the Cowboy zone. That's the whole point. Even the announcer said that. And then
We got
even though
nothing.
he's not good at field goals, the Cowboys kicker is good at making not extra points, but he's good at making field goals. And he was
And
in.
you made it because they
I
left.
agree. I agree that they should have went for the passes the first 2 plays, but after the third down, I agree they should have probably ran it. But they already were in their mindset and committed to getting the ball out of the Cowboys zone, which failed and bought us. But that's what his mindset was. Is like they're just trying to get out of there.
Yeah,
And
but the coach has to know situation football right there.
I agree with you on the Browns game, but in the Cowboys game, I disagree because he was playing conservative still in the second quarter earlier than he normally does, and I think that was just like the give of all right, now it's us to take our risks and try and get this big play. And then even though it wasn't really him, our O line really failed us in that moment a lot, really
Our
bad.
O line, we need like something because our O line is just
They cut the 2 guys. I'm sorry, I don't know their names, but I remember they didn't have any penalties in preseason, and the Packers cut them and kept number 70 instead, who had the most penalties for us.
I don't understand that at all.
And then now one guy got picked up, I think, by the Eagles, and then the other one is on the.
They're doing great.
What did you say the other guy was on?
Jay,
65 from the practice squad that people liked, but they cut.
The guy came with the Niners.
So yeah, so like, he's been. And I think he's been playing well.
No, because he had some penalties for the Niners that killed it against.
Yeah, last week. Yeah, true.
Jaguars.
But has it been every game he's played like the number 70?
I just don't. I don't like. And Jordan Morgan was not good at all either.
He was good decent last year when he played.
Yeah,
but
last
I just
year.
think they're moving him too much.
Because he didn't play guard last year. He played right tackle.
But even Alexa, who doesn't watch football, said, I remember this was like the first 5 minutes of the game. It showed Jordan Morgan. He looked exhausted, and it was the first 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah, maybe.
And going back to the Cowboys game, what the hell are you doing, running the clock out when you're in the 10-yard line?
I don't really think that was Malafort or Jordan Love's part. Did you see how slow everyone was running?
Yeah, everyone was so slow too. And
Jordan Love,
that was not Jordan Love.
Romeo Dobbs and Wicks were the only 3 wide receiver, the only players, and
Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs were the only players that ran right away. And you can see all of them were like, "Go!"
Yeah, and
go!
Love was freaking out. Yeah. And then if that ball didn't hit Jacobs' helmet, the game would have been over because then the second would have gone away. If it didn't hit his helmet and immediately hit the ground how it did, we would have lost the game. And personally, I think we should have.
But
Like
I think
there's
he should have thrown it to Tucker Kraft. I get he was
I
4 yards
agree,
away from
and
a touchdown.
Wicks was open too,
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. Wicks was open, but Tucker Kraft was open in the middle.
and he had
And
one
the reason I'm
person
saying it, it was
between
like
him.
the play from it was like the first touchdown of the season when he threw it above coverage.
Yep,
Tucker Kraft would have had it, and I'm sorry, Tucker Kraft is what 6'3",
6'4". I think he's taller
six
than
four.
me.
Okay, 6'4". That guy is 5'11". He's truck. How many people this year alone have we seen Tucker Kraft truck? You telling me he couldn't truck that guy for 4 yards?
I think he just saw Jacobs down the middle and saw the two guy, and he just took the chance.
But
And you know what, man, it's night and day from last year to this year. I don't know what's going on with Josh Jacobs. Last year,
It's no. I think it is the O line. It's not Jacobs' fault.
yeah, it's the O line. Did you
Because
see the
every time Jacobs, because if you look at Jacobs compared to when Wilson's playing, the entire Cowboys defense is like just when Jacobs is running the ball, they know.
They
And
have
they
like
just
8
do not,
people
and our
on
O
the
line
side.
just explodes. But then when Wilson's out and Jacobs is on the sidelines, it's so light and there's so many gaps, and Wilson can just go past. I can't blame it on Jacobs because I know they treat him as a threat and make like because otherwise Wilson wouldn't just be like just jogging by their entire line.
Yeah, and also
And
with
I
Jacob,
like Wilson. I like him a lot. I think he's
Yeah.
way better than people give him credit for.
I just
but
wish he would
still.
keep the number 31. 23 just doesn't fit his body.
Yeah.
And that's
and
not
the
because
thing
Alexander
is,
word that.
But yes, I want Jacobs to be doing much better.
Yeah,
and
but
the
he's
thing
been
is,
doing
what
well.
the
It's just
hell
the way
happened?
he switches. Like,
Excuse my language, but what the fuck happened to the defense?
Yeah, they did nothing the whole game. Especially like when the Cowboys put up like how many points against the Bears? Like nothing. Yet then they put up against 40 against Parsons, and don't get me wrong, Parsons technically had a good game, but still not. And I
I don't
can't
know.
blame
They
it on
didn't
him
play with
either.
the
It's
same
not his
energy
fault.
they played the first 3 games.
It's not his fault. Yeah, no, it's just like I don't get it.
Like
Because they
no
did
one had
good.
energy.
Well, they didn't do good against the Browns, but they did.
They did good
fine.
later.
Yeah, but
They,
at
they,
least we kept the
they
Browns.
did good earlier in the game, but they did badly
Yeah.
later.
Yeah.
When it counted.
But then no,
But,
both
yeah,
defenses
but
did
at least
terrible.
we kept the Browns to 13 points.
Yeah, 40. But I
What
mean,
the hell,
but
40
you have to
points?
give Dak credit too. He did amazing. Dak Prescott had a good game.
But our
Yeah.
defense made George Pickens look like a prime Randy Moss out there.
Yeah, true. But I mean, I can't discredit Dak.
Well, Valentine was getting beat.
Valentine,
Nixon
yeah, but like I said, it's just both defenses just were not at either game, like weren't there. Like it was a pure offensive game.
If I'm being honest, the Packers definitely need to trade for a cornerback.
I think it's a good thing we have a 2-week bye because
Yeah,
we
we
need
do, yeah.
we need
I
to
think we
get
need
our
to-
shit together.
I think we need to fire our special teams coach, and I think we
Yeah.
need to trade for a
Rich
cornerback.
Bisaccia needs to go. Like I don't understand. I think him and Love are good friends, but like, or sorry, Love. Him and LaFleur are good friends, but like he is terrible. He's been terrible since we've had him.
Yeah,
And
then
that
again,
just
trade
that
for-
makes everyone else look bad because I don't want to blame Jeff Halfley either.
I don't know. He shouldn't be playing the cornerbacks and safeties 8 yards when they're in the red zone.
You know what? That was what I was gonna say right now. When in the hell did the Packers hire Joe Barry again?
Yeah.
Dude, last year, if you go back, they're playing up 3-5. The most you'll see is probably 6 or 7.
Yeah, they played tight.
He was consistently, and this year he's been doing it, and luckily we won. But consistently this year he's been playing 8 to 10 yards away. And I remember one time Nixon was 8 yards away, but then literally before Hike started backing up away already, and now he's going like 9, 10, 11 already, and then boom, the guy cuts and slants, and they get a first down. Why are we playing like that? I get they want them to play down and don't want the big plays to happen, but you can still have that happen when they're on the 5-yard line. He can still do that backing up before the hike thing and then get to the 8-yard line, but still have enough time to switch directions. You get what I'm saying? Like,
And I didn't want to go here, but the referee missed a lot of
Yeah,
calls.
in
A
the
lot of
last
holdings, face
like
mask,
the last drive
well, hands to the
the
face.
Cowboys had, there were so many holds on Parsons. It's not even funny.
Well, yeah, hands to
Like
the face
directly in
all the
front of them.
time.
Yeah, just straight up like holding his head back
Yeah,
and making him fall over.
and take it. I don't know if you remember when you and me were watching that game. We go, where's the flag for intentional grounding?
Yeah,
There's
that too.
nobody there.
Yeah,
Yeah, nobody.
and then there was two holding plays that they didn't call, and then the one where they called on Wicks, I think it was. Uh, there was
There's a couple of pass
defensive
interferences
holding
missed
and
too.
pass interference on that
Yeah,
same play,
it's
and
like
then there was another one that they called on the Packers, but the Cowboys were also having a defensive holding. And I thought that should have offsetted each other because they were both displays, and they still did it, and they gave it to the Cowboys.
Yeah.
And I thought I
it
was giving the
was
Packers luck when I gave the Cowboys a bad call on the first quarter,
Right.
but that didn't do well.
But the thing is, I hope that one tie does not come back to bite the Packers in the ass.
Well, thankfully, it's not like a division, but it is a conference, so you don't know because
And
ties
now
don't help
we were in the lead in the NFC North, but now
Now we're behind. Yeah.
now the Lions took that over.
I still think we're going to be fine. It's just
I
our O line needs to get healthy.
Now
And,
the offensive line plays like garbage.
well, again, they're hurt, and that's what I'm going to.
Oh yeah, that too. And I don't remember his name, but there was some like ESPN or some old dude where he was like the Packers were playing at their best with every player and still lost to the like injured Cowboys. And it was like our injury list is so huge. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
Michael Irving.
Yeah. And it's like
Yeah, I
we
saw
don't
that.
have Reed, we don't have Watson, we don't have half our O line. Like, what are you
Like
talking about?
again, I've been slacking
And he
this
was
year.
like, it's
Again,
a
these guys get
fully
paid hundreds of thousands of dollars and millions of dollars, and they don't watch sports, and they don't pay
they were like
attention.
they played a damaged team and at full strength they still only managed to tie the game. It's like what?
Yeah, people don't forget we're missing Christian Watson and Reed. They didn't really even play Heath a lot that game, which I thought was kind
No,
of
they didn't.
disappointing. So and Heath's a good blocker, and
Yeah.
he's a good wide receiver just in general in my eyes. So
I mean, personally, like I don't know. We really like if we somehow lose to the Bengals, like I think we're done.
Yeah, I was gonna go there too.
Because I don't think they're gonna have Burrow back by then.
No.
And I'm assuming the Lions are gonna crush them this week. But I just
I think the Lions are crushed.
But my worry is that the Bengals play at Lambeau. My worry is we beat them, and then our next two games are away games, and we lose so we just lost both our away games, and then did great at Lambeau. So I don't want to beat the Bengals and then everyone be like, "Oh, we're great again," and then lose to the Cardinals and the Steelers away.
But didn't I tell you guys last week? The narrative is the Packers get win at home, but they can't beat anybody on the road.
I just disagree with that. I can see that this season, but as a whole, no, because we were beating teams away last season.
Yeah, last season
And
we were
even
beating
the year
teams
before
away.
that. That's not true.
But we're not talking about last season. Last season doesn't matter anymore. It's this
But I'm
season.
saying, so then after 1 week against the Browns, that's when the narrative started?
Yeah, exactly.
And
then we didn't lose, technically.
But we almost lost at Dallas.
But we didn't.
And that was
both teams lost. I just don't understand why there's such thing as a tie and why it doesn't go into double overtime.
I know, yeah. Why not give us an extra 2 minutes?
It should just be like the NBA. You get 4 5-minute overtime quarters if it's necessary. And then after those 4 quarters that are 5 minutes, if no one wins in those quarters, then it goes to a tie, which never ever has happened in NBA history, by the way.
Did you guys know in 52 years of NFL history, there's only been 30 ties.
This has been the Cowboys' first tie since like 1950 something.
Yeah.
Wasn't our last one like 2018 or 16 or something?
Yeah.
Like that?
2017.
But like I'm just like I did not like if you told me we were gonna tie the game this year, I'd be like, what?
Yeah.
And like 40-40, like it's that point. Just like I don't even care if it's the Cowboys. Like a tie is so like like I stayed up 4 hours to watch it just be a tie. And don't get me wrong, I would have been more sad if we lost, but I wouldn't have been as sad as if we lost just not in overtime. Like just give me another 5 minutes of overtime. If we lose, whatever.
Man, and I was talking so much shit to the Cowboys fans, and I never talk shit.
See, I wasn't. I knew. I have been a humble Packers fan since before the Browns game. I said the Browns game's gonna be hard, and then I was skeptical against the Cowboys, and now I'm
What?
skeptical.
No,
Now I'm skeptical against the Bengals,
I don't remember that.
especially because
I don't know. I'm holding the same. I'm just holding. I think I'm being a
No.
responsible Packers fan, holding the
I
same
have
energy
no.
we
I've
had
told Jay
when
so
we
many
traded
times.
for Micah Parsons. All
I
right.
have been a good Packers fan this season.
Yeah.
And especially where I'm going to respect the Bengals now, because even Jay knows I say the Bengals are a bad team, and I don't ever understand their hype, and I just don't think they're
You
good.
thought we were gonna blow out the Cowboys, though.
I did not say that. I said we would maybe win by like 2 touchdowns or a touchdown.
But man,
You'd be like, we're going to get 27 points more than them.
but where was?
This man said 50.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware.
Yeah. Look at the Giants scored
I said
42.
I said 31-17, and then the Packers defense allowed them to get to 16. I'm like, okay, all right, that's good. Now
Giants,
four more.
Giants have a worse offense than we do.
You know what our team turned into? Our defense turned into our game against them in the playoffs, but in the last like 4 minutes where we let them score like 25 points. Where the score should have been like 48-15 and
that comes down to time management.
Like we can't just give, and like every game now except the Browns, like we score opening drive, like look great, score, and then we just give up. And it's like it's so frustrating.
That's not just time management. That's just the defense failing, man.
But you gotta play,
especially when offense is giving them like time and putting up the points. Like the defense has no excuse.
Well, I get what Jay's trying to say, but like we do play time management all the time. We're leading most of the games with possession a lot, and a lot of the times in those times when I think we should be put like no mercying people, they're running the ball a lot. Like I think it's bad decisions still and inconsistent choices, and he's doing them at the wrong time.
But he's calling the wrong plays at the wrong.
And that's what I agree with, especially when like it's been proven that like every play that like that Golden has had where he's tossed the ball and he's given some room to run, or our new receiver, like it works.
Yeah.
So like, why are you just giving it to Jacobs to run into the crowd of people just to lose a yard or like to get 2 yards? Like it's not. This isn't me shaming Jacobs. It's just also, like it's so frustrating.
But Golden, by the way, has to breathe and calm down and realize that he's trying to do too much when he gets the ball.
He is. He's trying to be a superstar, but he needs to take his baby steps first.
Yeah, but do you blame him?
I don't. But it's also not his fault because it's Packers fans' fault. Everyone puts such high standards to him. It's not his fault.
This is exactly how I saw the season going on for him. So
he's getting better and better.
And
this means though at the end of the season he's going to be a stud.
No, I'm not saying that by every game he's going to get better and better. I feel like he's going to eventually have like hat trick games. It takes time. He's not just going to instantly be some.
But so many people thought that he was just going to come out and just be, a stud and a crazy star.
But I thought he was going to get the ball more after Jalen.
This is the one thing the Packers have been consistent in through their whole entire time is when have they ever drafted a wide receiver? No, I get he's a first round pick, but when have they ever drafted a stud wide receiver who has talent and put them in the ringer right away? Unless they're returning kicks.
But I can't say I'm like terribly upset because it's giving Dobbs so much like room to like prove himself. Like Dobbs is being the wide receiver one right now, and he's doing a really good job.
Romeo. I love
Yeah,
me.
like I love Romeo. Like he's great, and yeah, he's showing a lot of passion too.
But
To me, he should have a cap. He should have a C on his jersey. That
yeah,
is 3 games in a row that I've seen the cameras pan on him, and he's talking to somebody. Like,
yeah, he's not just staring, just like quiet.
But you know what? We got a phone call from the Cincinnati Bengals asking about Malik Willis if he's tradable.
if they have a good cornerback, then yeah, I'll take a cornerback. But
Right? Yeah, for real. And that's not like
if we get a good cornerback that can handle the left side of the
Yeah,
field,
but
help
did you
make
watch
it
last night's game against the Denver Broncos and the Cincinnati Bengals? All their corners suck.
So then it's a no-go for the Bengals. Then
yeah, especially because Willis is too good to just give away, and I want him to be on the team, and I want him to have the chance.
A 5th-round pick.
I don't want. Yeah, I would not give Willis away for a 5th-round pick. Neither would Loki.
We got him for like a 7th-round pick.
But he's at least worth a 3rd.
Yeah, the Packers are not going to give him away for a 5th-round pick.
But the thing is, are the Packers going to re-sign Malik Willis next year?
Yeah, they would re-sign him for a year.
I
think you would take it because they're the one. The Packers are the team that took him to give him an opportunity and a chance.
Yeah, unless some other team is like trying to offer him a QB1 slot, I think we will.
Well, I think if the Packers offer him a 1-year deal, he'll stay. But if a team offers him like a 3 to 4 year deal to be with them, he'll leave.
Yeah, I want that to happen. I don't want him to just stay on our bench. I want him to have a team to prove himself. I like him a lot. He's a really good guy.
Opportunity, but if we're going to trade him, we need to get something worth back.
I agree.
And again, I'll take a cornerback or a 3rd-round pick.
I agree. I just want everyone to step it up. Like I want Nate Hobbs to step it up. I want every person on the O-line to step it up. I want Parsons to step, even though Parsons is technically really, really highly graded right now, and he's helping out a lot. I still want him to do a little.
But Parsons was nowhere to be found in that Sunday night game.
Well, no, that's what I was saying. Statistically, he had a really good game. He had a lot of assist like tackles and a lot of pressures and a lot of breakaway stuff. He didn't get a sack. He got one. He tackled, I can't say he was invisible because if he didn't get Dak, we would have lost the game. Dak would have ran it in for a touchdown.
That was the really important tackle.
So I can't say that.
The NFL considered that as a sack.
They did, but it wasn't. It wasn't a sack.
He got tackled behind the line, so technically
that is a sack.
Oh, okay then. But I can't blame him because again, everyone put so much pressure on him, and he had to come back, and with all that emotion, probably.
I don't understand. The Cowboys right tackle, the starting right tackle wasn't there. The backup left guard was there. I'm like, where is Rashawn Gary? Where's Lucas Van Ness?
Yeah, those now I agree with that. I don't think they showed up. I mean, I don't think the entire defense showed up.
Well,
they got bodied by the Cowboys.
They did.
But in the first and second quarter, we were stopping the run well.
Yeah. Oh my God. Who's their running back that just destroyed our defense every single time? Williams.
Javonte Williams.
Yeah, like that was so embarrassing. Like literally every single time he ran the ball, he got like 10 plus yards.
No, but that happened after Wyatt got hurt.
I was gonna say Wyatt has shown to me that he's probably our most valuable defensive player.
Yeah, we talked about Wyatt. The running backs were running wild.
But like also Wyatt got to the quarterbacks a lot in all 3 weeks. Consistently as well.
And
I'm kind of disappointed.
At least it was updated or like 6 or 5 hours ago that he thinks he'll be like fine, Wyatt, and that he thinks he might be fine after like 2 weeks. So that's good. At least he's not Tyreek Hill with a knee that's facing the
Oh,
wrong
man.
direction.
Oh, I
Yeah.
looked at that yesterday, dude.
And
Yeah.
he was cooking too.
It
Yeah.
was. That's the. But going back to the Tyreek thing, I had no idea how he was laughing and
Because
smiling.
they probably gave him pain meds, and he probably couldn't feel his knee.
Because that had to hurt like.
Well, he probably was in shock. He probably couldn't feel it except for when it happened.
Or he was sad laughing like, why me? Like,
Yeah, because I can't imagine he'll be. I mean, he's out for the season, but I can't imagine he's going to be on the Dolphins much longer.
People are saying that that might be a retirement injury.
It could be, especially when his whole thing is running.
remember that
fast as
Sean
hell.
Livingston basketball injury I showed you?
Yeah,
Dan?
you should. Yeah, I don't remember.
I showed you, Jackson, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, Sean Livingston broke pretty much every single thing that you can break in your knee, and he still came back and won 2 championships with the Warriors.
But Tyreek Hill relies on his legs for speed.
Sean Livingston is 6'7" and is in the NBA, and the NBA has worse leg contortion positions that scientists say, and that's why NBA players get so much
Yeah,
leg
but
injury.
is his game around speed though? Tyreek Hill, it's all about the speed.
Jay, do you know the pressure for anybody to dunk? Like,
yeah. I don't think you're giving
running,
them NBA
Jay.
players enough credit, Jay.
Jay, that's so much
It
more.
doesn't-
To jump, you have to do more pressure than run, dude.
It doesn't matter though, because Tyreek didn't hurt himself because he was running. He fell on it wrong, and the
his
guy
leg
fell
was
on
too
it.
spread out, and he overextended it.
Yeah,
and then
and
the weight
it was just a
collapsed
freak.
direction.
It was just a freak accident. There's nothing you can do
But
about it.
I think he'll be back. I don't think that's a career-ending injury. I think he'll be out for a while, but
look what happened to Tank Dell for the Houston Texans. He's not even playing football anymore after those 2 ACL tears.
Yeah,
well, it's 2 ACL tears, and again, we just have to see.
I would be surprised if he was done, but
I think he's done.
if he is, then
Jay, we've seen so many worse injuries. Like, it's bad, but we've seen so many worse injuries. You're being a little extreme, I think, man.
I don't think he's done. Well, he's not old. That's the only reason why I don't think he's done. If
What do you mean
Aiden
he's not old?
Hutchinson, I mean, he's old, but like if Aiden Hutchinson can get his legs snapped in half, I
Okay,
think
he's not old. Sports wise, maybe, but life wise, no.
For a receiver, he's gonna turn 32 at the beginning of next season.
I think he might not be as fast, but I don't think he's done.
And like I said, Tyreek Hill, his whole football career is wrapped around his speed. If that's
I think he'll still be fast, but I don't think he'll be as fast.
But don't be shocked if he retires, because he's been talking about it.
If I'm gonna be honest, I think the injury doesn't help, but I feel like if anything, it'd be more of an attitude because a lot of people just haven't been wanting to trade for him because of that. So
Well, no, there was some offer from the Kansas City Chiefs.
yeah, I remember that.
San Diego Chargers were looking, and there was a rumor right after Malik Willis went down with the ACL tear.
You're talking about Malik Nabers, not Malik Willis.
Yeah, Malik Neighbor.
You said that on the prediction video too. I had to correct it.
Yeah, I'm like, the name sounds so alike. I'm like, my bad, my bad.
But yeah, I was like, I don't think Malik Willis just tore his ACL unless he was stretching wrong.
After Malik Neighbors did it, they did get a phone call from the Giants also. So he was on that trading block.
That's just unfortunate. Really unfortunate.
But it's a good thing that we have a bye week this weekend. It looks like Zach Tom might be getting healthy. I hope he is.
Yeah.
because that right tackle position get
Christian
horrible.
Watson's supposed to come back around there.
Who?
No, we said it.
No, they said week 6, but because of
Yeah. And then LaFleur said today he's considering letting Christian Watson practice
Yeah,
starting next week or
yeah,
this week. He
yeah.
said he's gonna see how it goes, but Christian Watson said he's ready.
yeah, that's what I said. We
But
get him.
again, I don't want him to rush because our receivers are not the issue right now.
No,
No,
it's off the line.
but their expectation was for him to come back around week 6.
Yeah.
Around week 6, Jay. Jackson.
I doubted he's gonna play in week 6.
I agree. I don't think he will. But
Yeah, no, but week 7's around week 6, man. So
And then there is a rumor, but it's just a rumor that we are going to fire Rich Pistachio.
yeah, we better.
we
Like
should.
that shouldn't be a rumor. That should be a set in stone.
Like they're gonna promote from within the building.
That's fine.
Right.
I will take anyone over him. He has shown nothing.
Me and Jackson are on the same wavelength.
Yeah, like get him out of here. There's literally not a single Packer fan that wants him there.
I wouldn't mind if we go get Randall Cobb.
Right. And like we'll save a lot of money getting someone else.
Yeah.
Because we're not gonna end up having the highest paid special teams coordinator for no reason.
Would it be ridiculous if I said this? Why don't the Packers wait for the head coach of the Miami Dolphins to get fired and bring him in?
Because he's too big to be a special teams coordinator.
And do you see what's happening? Miami's transforming that man, and I don't know if I want the new
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
want
he's
the old-
gone down. Yeah.
Yeah, I want
Yeah,
the
but
old
that's
one.
a head coach.
I don't like the spray tan and long
Yeah.
hair. It seems like he's wearing too much cologne.
You never know. He might be a good special teams coordinator.
Who knows? Yeah, I just think anybody would be better than this guy. I think he
But
got.
we gotta do something about the special teams. That's
Yeah.
too. That's
I'm willing-
too blocked.
What team do you think has a cornerback that'd be willing to trade for like a 3rd-round pick?
A cornerback?
The Panthers, the Giants.
Yeah, but
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll take anyone over Valentine right now because I like him a lot, but he's just not doing anything.
well,
But to me, I think I like his character a lot, but to me, he hasn't shown any potential.
No, and
people
like
have been talking about. I don't see it.
Nixon talked a lot in the offseason saying he was going to be so good and blah, 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 and everyone was saying he's not going to do anything, and he has shown up every time so far this season.
Well, there is a name out there, but I don't know if you guys like it. The Washington Commanders are putting Marquez Lattimore on the trading block.
Okay,
I
let's
would
get him
not
over and
trade
try
for
him out.
I would not trade for that guy.
I just don't know what to do, like, personally.
No,
like,
I wouldn't trade for him, but I think there's other like players we could trade for. I'm guessing, but that's to me. That's besides again, I guess getting more depth for linemen, even though again it's just more of an injury thing, I think, and then them again picking the wrong linemen when it came for them to cutting other guys. But again, Island means to get healthy. That's what hopefully the bye week does. But again, fire or Versace, and then also at least try and talk to see if we can trade a pick. I don't want to lose a player. A pick for a cornerback.
Yeah, but which corner? We're not going to get anybody good for like the second.
I don't need anybody who's a superstar. I just need someone who's like mid tier and above average. Because I think Valentine is under, so below average.
You really got to give him more chance, man.
He's been here for 3 years, dude.
Yeah, but he never started. It's always been Jair and Nixon.
But he hasn't outplayed Jair when they are in practice. He hasn't been flashy the when he has played. When Jair was so injured all the time, he got those starts. He had a lot of starts.
And then we won those games with him in
Not
there.
because of him, he got blown out a lot of the time.
Who?
Valentine, when Jair was
Yeah.
hurt and Valentine took his position, yes, we still won those games, but it wasn't because of Valentine.
But yeah, but you were saying that it was because of Jair. The defense did better.
Yes, and I still stand by that. Yes, he's injury prone, and that cost us as a team because he's valuable. But when he was on the Packers, a franchise he knows the playbook and he's comfortable with, and he's been here for what 9 years or 8 years. Yes, and then also him going to Baltimore, they didn't pay him well. They weren't going to put him in a position for him to be the number one anyways. And yeah, I guess he got hurt or whatever. Like
That Baltimore Ravens defense, everybody,
and even when he
everybody
wasn't hurt, by the way, they still weren't playing him a lot, by the way.
Yeah. They're not treating him like he's their number one.
Yes, and if he was here, he would be still getting in treated like number one. He'd be comfortable
But I
to know
think he's
this
past
team.
his prime.
Like, I'm sorry.
I
Even though he's
unfortunately do
injury-prone,
too.
you don't lose your talent in
Yeah, but
1 year.
yeah, but he's past his prime, man.
No, he's not. When he was healthy, when he was on the Packers, he was literally still a top 5 cornerback when he was out on the field.
I
I
agree.
would disagree.
I agree with that, but I'm not gonna say that he's not past his prime until he shows that again, because he hasn't shown that in a long time.
Yeah, for the money that we were paying
Injury
him.
prone wise, but predict when he's
Yeah,
playing,
but if
he
he
plays
if
at a
he's
level.
always getting injured, then he's not gonna ever be able to show up.
Yeah,
I'm not blaming that on him either. He obviously does not get injured on purpose.
I don't know.
Yeah.
People are giving the attitude to him like it is, and that's to me where I disagree with people. I get he's injured, and that's not to have him, but to act like he's betrayed the team and sucks this whole time and has no value, that to me is bullshit. And I think, and again, we don't know the scenario, and a lot of people were begging for him to get hurt so they can be right about him not being on the team.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, that's
but what about this?
I don't know. He could have. We don't know. But if he was maybe on the Packers, he wouldn't have gotten hurt.
No, but if he was a top 5 corner, when we put it on the trading block, why didn't anybody?
Because of what you guys are talking about, his injuries. I'm telling you, Ramsey's still up there, but if he was more injured prone or as injured prone as Alexander, he would be in the same position. How many players do you guys know that are great players, but because of their injuries, a lot of teams don't want to take them, and I understand that.
There's a lot of
But
players
I'm
like
saying
that.
I'm saying if the Packers were so comfortable enough to at least to get rid of him and trust our guys, I still think they would have been comfortable enough to have Alexander there. And if he got injured, then you would promote again Valentine then, because Valentine has not outshadowed and has not overshown anybody else in practice.
But do you
He
really
barely
want to
beat
pay that?
Aldapo when he was here still.
But do you really want to pay that much money to a guy that never sees the field?
He said he was going to take the $5 million. Him and his dad both came out and said they were. It's just the Packers felt like the relationship was over. And then the Baltimore Ravens gave him extensions, which was a little bit more money. And then Jair said he felt slighted and then took the deal.
It was just bad communication on both sides, and it was just unfortunate, and it happened, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened. But I'm saying there was a period of time where the Packers could have been like that, yes, because Jair did say yes. And then they took too long to come back to him, and he was like, the Baltimore Ravens asked him more. And that's when the Packers came to him.
He's close with Lamar.
Yeah, he's close with Lamar.
Yeah, that's when the Packers came to him, and he was like, hey, you guys took too long. I'm out. Like, you guys disrespected me. Like, that's literally how I see it. He felt disrespected by the Packers.
And that happens a lot, unfortunately, with players.
Yeah, I don't blame him for that whatsoever. I blame the Packers. They've done it to a lot of our players recently, where they ruin that trust and relationship and they move on.
And now the Green Bay Packers are heading into the hardest part of out of schedule.
That's what I'm really worried
Well,
about.
I mean, the next 3 games aren't bad.
Like,
Well, I mean, but technically not. It's really just the Eagles, to be completely honest. Besides the Eagles, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams that
Wait,
are
maybe the
negative
teams
right
look like
now.
who do we play?
We play the Bengals,
That should be a win, but I'm not sure about that now.
the Cardinals,
win,
I don't know about that game.
the Steelers,
win,
I have no trust in that game either.
the Panthers,
win,
Answer yeah.
the Giants.
win,
Are we sure about that?
win.
Yes, that's a win. The Vikings.
I'm going off the mindset still from how we were week 1. I said I'm not changing
Yeah.
my energy.
Yeah, but
I'm not trying to do the hypocrisy thing. I'll
the
be honest.
Giants have a top 5 defensive line.
Again, these are all games I think we should be winning.
Yeah, they are, and there's so many variables that if they didn't happen, we would have won the past. We should be 4-0, and we're not, which sucks. But like besides that Eagle games being in there, that's what 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 6 games that we should have no problem winning.
And then we got the Eagles.
And then we have the Eagles,
Yeah,
the Lions,
that should be a hard one.
the Bears.
Bears are playing pretty good right now.
Yeah, but are they going to be in December?
They've also had the easiest schedule out of the whole
they've
thing.
had such an easy
And
schedule.
remember, we did lose to the Bears last year.
But that's only our first game. We have 2 games. We play them twice in 3 weeks.
Yeah. And
we play the Bears, the Broncos, and then the Bears.
I'm not sure about the Broncos. The Broncos defense looks like it's legit.
And we have the Ravens, but I'm not too worried about the Ravens.
I'm not worried. If Lamar's out, I'm not worried. But if Lamar's in there, that does kind of scare me a little bit.
And then we got the Vikings. So, I mean, 4 of those games being Bears and Vikings, and then Panthers and Giants. And, I mean, it doesn't – I agree with Kenton. I want to have the same mindset of after week 2 of, like, how – because, I mean, who knows? We might have a bye or our bye, and then we might destroy the Bengals. Then we might destroy the Cardinals. Then so I'm not going to – Maybe the defense really truly just got like shooken up from the Browns game and it didn't, and they just need some time. And if that 2 weeks does it, then
yeah. But wouldn't that fire the defense up a little bit more?
What I'm saying, the first loss is shocking and stumping, but the second one is the one that's like, all right, like Micah Parsons
I agree.
Micah Parsons said he was disappointed last week, but this week he said he was pissed.
Actually, Michael Parsons went over to Jordan Love and apologized.
So I said this during the game too. I said the reason why I said I'd rather lose right now is so we could take this punch early in the season. I'd rather have our woes and problems now than later in the season when the momentum for our team should be at its height.
I think we should have lost I think we should be 2-2 and let that sink in of like you should be 4-0 and you just made it 2-2. And because I mean, I would rather see 2-2 than 2-1-1.
Yeah, because that extra 1 means that
we had a
people are like, oh, if it's a loss, it still would help us maybe in the rankings more of playoffs if we ever fell to the wild card, which I don't think we should even be close to there. No. But if case that tie game doesn't help in anything. It actually takes away from us and puts us in.
But you guys have to admit, the lines are looking scary. Okay.
But I mean, I still am a firm believer of like they're gonna do. I personally, I mean, if you look at their schedule too, they have pretty easy. They have I wouldn't say that. It's 50-50. They have the Bengals, the Chiefs, the Bucks, the Vikings, the Commanders, the Eagles, the Cowboys, the Rams. I don't think they have an easy one, but
well, it was very front heavy easy. That's what I'm saying.
It was. Oh yeah, they had the Bears and the Browns, and then the Ravens. But the Ravens, they didn't have Lamar.
Are in shambles right now. So.
No, Lamar was in there.
Oh, he was. They were just in shambles. But
That's what I'm saying. The Ravens are just
and I mean, look, the Browns like the first half was like kind of putting a belt to them in the first half.
Yeah,
Like
well, yeah. Because again,
for
the
it
Browns
being
don't
the
have an
for it
offense.
being the Browns, yeah, for it being the Browns offense,
yeah,
they
and they
looked
just
like great.
popped off.
So, and I mean, if the Bears had or the Lions should have gotten 50 points on, like, I think the Lions are gonna. I don't think they're gonna beat the Eagles. I don't think they're gonna beat the Chiefs.
Oh, you don't think they're gonna beat the Chiefs?
I
The Chiefs
don't
have been
because
playing up to their talent
I
Oh,
don't. And I don't think the Chiefs are gonna be a Super Bowl team this year, but I still think they're good.
Yeah, they're not a Super Bowl team, but I think they're good, and I think, like I said, they show up to teams that are better, and then teams that are mid to they kind of play down to.
And
So,
that's what we do too, though. Like we could
yeah,
be
that's
playing the best team in the NFL, and then we'll be like, "Oh, we win by 2 touchdowns," and then we'll play the Browns and lose.
yeah.
well,
See, that's what frustrates me. Why do we play down to our opponent?
we're the
It's
youngest
because
team, and it's
we're
also is
cocky.
again. This to me is a coaching thing, and it's not a Matt LaFleur thing. This is the whole coaching staff, especially until we don't have a veteran player that's really vocal to help the team get fired up, like Aaron Jones. If like when the time like if the wide receiver drops a pass, who was the first person to
Aaron
tell them to
Jones.
keep their
Yeah.
head up? Aaron Jones. When Jordan Love would throw an interception or throw a couple of bad plays in a row, who was the first one to try and cheer him up and keep his head straight? Aaron Jones. We no longer have a player like that, so it's on the coaching staff to make sure that these young guys, because they're only 25 to 27 years old,
And way younger too.
and way younger too, yeah, for a lot of them as well, that when a team that's not supposed to beat you guys smacks you in the face, these guys don't have that mindset in them to just be like, "What's up?" It's a group thing. If one person's down and they are like the team's down and they realize it, not one person who's going to play well, that was Michael Parsons, is going to do that. And that's why I said him showing by playing example is not going to do it. Either the coaching staff needs to step up and be that coaching player, like, I'm going to help get you guys riled up, but not only but riled up because I understand, or a player is going to have to step up and be a really good vocal leader
I agree. I completely agree.
because they get smacked in the face and they go quiet.
Yeah, and then they just give up.
But you know what I wanted the Packers to do before the Steelers got it? I would love to see the Packers go and get Jalen Ramsey when he was on the trading block. Could have been that guy.
Well, and that's where I think there are so many corners in the league right now that like probably don't look good right now, but it could truly just be because of the team they're on. So I would be open to taking and trading someone and
Or
to
maybe go
I just
get
don't like Ramsey's attitude. His attitude doesn't fit the Packers.
or get Gilmore after he's in free agency right now. I know he's a little old, but he can be that leader in the locker room.
But I mean, I also just think it's come down to after beating the Commanders, everyone, including the entire fan base, was like, "We're going to the Super Bowl, like we're so good, blah blah." And that's what McKinney said. Like
I was
everyone
saying that
got their
before,
hopes
by the
up
way.
so high and like acting like we're immortal and invincible, and then
but
boom,
but
we lose our next
but you
year.
gotta admit the media did the same thing too.
No, I'm saying it's not just it was mostly the fan base, but then the players got that in their head too.
Well, I don't think that it was the whole we're invincible thing. That's not how I saw it. I thought we were going to be extremely dominant, don't get me wrong, but not invincible. It's the way we are losing. I was expecting us to lose games, and that's normal and expected. But the way we are losing is all preventable stuff. Again, maybe injuries, but again, it's linemen, especially in the Browns game. We had 8 penalties on positive offensive plays get put back because of penalties.
Yep.
And then this game, I think it was 5 that were positive offensive plays that were brought back. Like, that's so costly, man. That
But
is very
but my thing is we should be 4-0 if we didn't get the kick blocked it, Cleveland. If that didn't happen, we would have won that game.
I
And if the
agree.
extra kick in the Dallas game didn't happen, we would have won that game too.
I agree as well. But I'm saying those together, what, that's 13 offensive penalties that have cost us, again, positive. And they weren't small plays, they were more than 5 yards plays getting brought back because our O line's discipline or our wide receiver discipline isn't there. And I think
Yeah.
it's not. And I think, yeah, the kicks definitely are a reason that we would have won if we made them. But if we didn't lose those plays, we wouldn't have to rely on these
Yeah,
kicks. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
But and then like McManus must feel like such shit, like because it's not his fault
But
whatsoever.
yeah, it's not his fault at all.
No, but he still is gonna. He's old though, so he's gonna take that. He's
Yeah,
gonna think he should have done something. But the thing
and
that
that's
just like
gonna ruin his confidence.
yeah, but the thing that just like startles me is like we should be playing like the Eagles and we're not, and like we should be 4-0. Like we had four semi-difficult games. They had 3 really hard games and 1 easy game, and they're undefeated. So I mean, they had the Eagles, or they had the Rams, the Chiefs, and the Bucks, and handed all of them.
Yeah,
Even though like they aren't like I know against the Bucks, like the second half of the game they did terrible, but they still won by a touchdown.
yeah.
So yeah, again, I think the Eagles are good, but they're also showing in these games because they have been all close games, by the way. Like
Yeah, the
winning, but
Cowboys was a 4-point game. Chiefs was a 3-point game. Rams was a 7-point game, and Bucks was a 5-point game.
yeah. So yeah, all their games have been really, really
And then
close. So they've shown like they're winning, which is great. They're a great team, not taking it away, but they're showing that
But
there is a chance to beat them.
yeah,
Like
because our games, like we beat the Lions by 14 and the Commanders by 12, so
but
that's
did you
better
guys
than
hear
the.
about the Eagles? They might be having trouble with the number one wide receiver,
Well,
AJ Brown.
and Barkley. I know Barkley has been underperforming this season a lot.
Yeah, but AJ Brown got into a fight with the coaches because he's not getting enough balls thrown to him or something.
Yeah.
And when I look at the game, he does have some points that he is right, AJ Brown. You're telling me you're not going to throw to AJ Brown more than 2 times a game?
I forgot who it was. Someone said that the weird camaraderie the Eagles have might be their biggest downfall.
Yeah, I think that's right about that. I think
The
that's
Eagles
right.
are assholes. And their
And
fan base are assholes.
and I think they called it. I didn't think it would be this. I don't think we would see it this soon. I mean, they're still winning, but like it's kind of ugly winning,
Yeah, it's kind of with it, but
You never know. All it takes is one game where they could just get blown out and then they could go downhill. I doubt that, but it can happen.
And I just want to say for all Packer fans, including us, remember the Packers are the youngest team in the NFL.
yeah, but
If we're no, Jay, let me talk.
you've been saying
If
that.
we're Jay, let me talk, bro. If we're making mistakes, and I get we have high expectations, remember we're the youngest team in the NFL. Let them learn. And again, we have multiple years. I understand I want to win a championship this year, and I think we still could. But we have a core group of guys that we can build together now. So like, it's not all doom and gloom for us. It's not a make or break. Like
Well, and you never know. We could win the next 8 games. We could still have in like 3 games we could have the best record in the NFL. Like you never know.
Well, that's what
What
I'm saying though. Is what I'm saying. Like we have all these expectations, and we're still playing
too early in the season.
Well, besides these last 2 games, they've been iffy, but we've had bright spots in it, and we're the youngest team. We're not like the Chiefs, where they still need to win now, and they don't have any real like assets to them to help continue like this. Like the Packers, even right now, these last 2 games we haven't been looking well, are in a fantastic position. So I don't
Yeah.
want people, even though we're doom and gloom and disappointed right now, we are still in a fantastic position. So
But Romeo Dobbs is going into his fifth season.
we're gonna resign him.
Dobbs is
He's too
not.
valuable.
Yeah, I don't know, Jay. It seems like you think Dobbs is not going anywhere.
Yeah, what do you have a secret vendetta against him?
Yeah,
No,
he's
but
not going
Do you not
anywhere.
like him because
how
because
the hell are we gonna pay? How are we gonna pay Dobbs, Watson?
We've been doing it the past 3 years. How
Yeah,
like
they'll find a way, Jay.
They're on their rookie contract. They want their money.
Okay, and they won't have to worry about reading Wicks for another year anyways. So we're still fine.
And then we drafted Golden.
We won't have to worry about him for another 3 years. And they'll probably take the 5th-year option, right? The NFL has it, right?
and what the dude we got from the Chiefs? He's on a 1-year deal.
What guy from the Chiefs?
Or no, wait, the Chiefs. What am I saying? What's his name? He's got a concussion helmet too.
Williams?
What
No.
position?
He's wide receiver.
Yeah, Williams.
Yeah.
83.
No, we drafted it.
Yeah, we drafted him.
Wait, who am I thinking? I'm thinking of someone else.
You're thinking about number 6 that we picked up from there. We cut him.
Yeah, Nicole Hartman.
Yeah, we cut him.
No, I was not thinking of Hardman. Who was I thinking?
Yeah, he's the guy from the Chiefs we got.
Yeah, that he was from. Okay, then I just mixed that up. No, I was talking about Williams.
Yeah, Williams we drafted.
Okay, never mind then. Don't listen to me. I'm sorry.
And you know what's funny? Every time I see Dobbs, his guardian cap gets bigger, and bigger.
Yeah,
Well, it's not. It just looks like it is because we are paying attention to him more often.
I saw such a good. I have so many good memes of like.
Did you see the
like,
big
look at
one
the
where it has
TV.
the huge fat head?
Yeah.
It's hilarious though.
Hey, he plays great with that thing on. So.
He's played great with it out.
I do not think. I think I said this last year too. I think Dobbs is still underestimated. I think he could easily be our wide receiver 1.
I think he is our one.
I think he's at like. I mean, I'd feel more comfortable with him than Watson at times. Like just because Watson is an X factor, but still like.
I think. Well, technically, Reed's our number 1, but I think it would be.
I never thought Reed was hugely over Dobbs. I thought it was a toss up.
Nice slot receiver.
No, the verdict I've seen is that Reed. People have said like it's. This isn't even me thinking. I've 100% seen that. Fans think
No,
that
I've
Reed
seen
is our
that,
number
but
1.
I personally have always thought him and Dobbs were on the same level.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought they were both there.
The only people I didn't think
because we gave it to him more on the clutch third down plays than Reed, but I think Reed helps open up the field a lot more. Don't get me wrong, Dobbs gets open a lot more, I think, in that standpoint.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like Reed has like those really nice like momentum flashy plays that help like continue the team forward, you know.
The only people that I didn't see on the same level as them was Heath, Wicks, and like even though they're still good, I thought Reed and Dobbs were easily over them.
Yeah, and then I think if Christian Watson just wasn't hurt, he would be with them, and those would be our 3.
Yeah, but he's Watson's similar to Jair in that aspect of that he's so great. He's such an X factor, but he's always injured. So he really needs to show up after he's not injured this season. If he gets injured again,
last year before he tore his ACL, he played every game, so he did. The way, so
it's just like if he gets injured again this season, it's like.
He didn't miss one game until he got hurt last season.
Yeah,
I thought he got hurt in the Chiefs game. He pulled his hamstring.
No, he didn't have a hamstring injury last year. That was 2 years ago. You're thinking about, man. The Chiefs
game last year too. Then at the end of the season against the Bears, he got the.
No, I think.
No, you're talking about 2 seasons ago, Jay.
Did he not get injured last season against the Bears in the end? I thought he did.
Yeah, that's when he
fell down.
Injured.
No, I think Jay is right.
When
but we didn't play the Chiefs last year. First of all,
that's what I'm saying though.
But he did get injured in the Bears game. I remember that. That was the last season because even Bears fan, I specifically remember he was on the ground.
Yeah, and he also
Yeah,
had
but that wasn't the last game of the season,
earlier
though.
in the season.
No, he didn't. He played. He did. He left the game early, but he didn't miss a week, though.
You sure about that? Because I remember having a hamstring injury.
No,
That's why you have to go see a
that was the second year, Jay. That's what I told you. He saw his specialist the second year, man. That was the summer before last season when he tore his ACL.
Oh, here, you know what? I have, I can tell you what happened because I use the power of Google.
Well, no, what I'm saying, last off season is when he did it, and then that whole rest of the season he didn't have a hamstring problem.
Yeah. Christian Watson suffered a season-ending injury with a torn ACL against the Bears in Week 18 of the 2024 season.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the games that he played every game, but he did leave games with injuries, but he didn't miss a week.
Yeah.
That's why people were like, "Oh snap, the Madison thing really helped him." So you're not wrong about the event, but you're wrong just about the season. It was that off season for last season that he got the training done. But I'm pretty sure the game he left was like week 3 and 4, and then
because his stats in 2024 he played 15 of the games. Yeah, it says Christian Watson played 15 of the games with 30 receptions, 620 yards, and 2 receiving touchdowns.
And I think one game he did play, but he got hurt in a really, really early, and I don't think it really counted. Or that was the 1 week he didn't miss because we have one.
Yeah, because I remember it last year. He had a really nice touchdown. One of his 2 touchdowns was against the Cardinals.
See, everybody thought he was going to be our number 1 receiver, but
I think he still can be, but he needs to get healed up.
When the Packers when he plays, the Packers have the high out of all players. He gives the Packers the highest winning percentage when he plays.
But he still doesn't get targeted that much when he.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that
Jordan Love said that is his fault. Jordan Love said that when they look at film, Christian Watson is open a lot, and he has to do a better job of looking towards his direction. It's just he even said this. He said he admits that he's afraid to make him a number 1 because then he'll just won't ever be open. Like he's trying to spread the floor out.
He doesn't want to Devontae Adams him.
Yeah, he says he doesn't want to.
Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing?
I mean, if he is able to get it every time and not get picked, it's a good thing. But you don't want to risk that either.
Yeah. So and then Jordan Love was doing that during near the end of the season last season when he was getting a little bit healthier. But then again, Christian Watson then tore his ACL. But I think when he comes back again, I think they're gonna bring him in slow.
Yeah, we have so many other receivers like Golden.
But I believe Jordan Love. I think when Watson's at full strength and caught up with everybody, I think him, Reed, Dobbs, Golden, Heath, and
But all right. Let me ask you. Let me ask you guys a question. If the Packers wide receiver room was healthy with Christian, with Dobbs, Reed, Golden, and the other guys, who will be the odd man out of that wide receiver room?
Probably Heath and Williams.
Probably Heath, yeah.
I'm not considering Heath or the other guys. Just the 5 receivers.
Golden, no, then I just think all 5 of them will get used a lot.
Yeah,
I think he's not using him anyways. Even though he's been one of the most open tight ends, Luke Musgrave, and they're not using him.
Yeah, and Kraft wasn't used at all last game.
Yeah, him and Kraft have the highest open. Oh my God, I forgot what the stats called, but they have the high separation stats.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called either. But
yeah, I didn't because I was like, why isn't Luke? Because they said they want emphasis on why aren't they passing it to Luke Musgrave, and they've been doing a lot of the two tight end blocking a lot, and then I've been watching some routes. This man's open.
Yeah, always.
He's supposed to be our second Christian Watson. They gotta start using him in deeper routes. Again, the whole line was pretty bad. I gotta remember that as well. But he is open. He's been open for some check down plays. The same thing with Tucker Kraft, and they weren't getting utilized this week. Both of them.
Yeah. I just can't
But
blame it though, because I know Love has no time in the pocket.
yeah,
Yeah,
but,
definitely our
yeah,
O
I was
line.
gonna bring up that point. How are you gonna get the balls to the guys that
But I'm
love to
saying even
pass?
for checkdowns, Luke Musgrave was open for a lot of the checkdowns. And Jordan, and I think that's where I'm going to give a little bit of critique to Jordan Love that he could have thrown it to them just to get some positive
You know,
yardage.
the swing pass was working, and I don't know why they didn't do more of the swing passes to Jacobs.
But at
That's
least
because
with
the team, the Cowboys were putting 8 in the box
yeah,
for Jacobs, and then like Jackson said, as soon
Yeah,
as
but you could swing
Williams
it
came,
at
I
him
think Wilson
for
came
a
out,
catch.
they would back off. So
yeah. But I mean, at the end of the day, at least for like the last play of the Cowboys, I don't think it would have mattered because if he threw it to someone else too, they could have just caught it and immediately gotten tackled, and the game would have been over. So
Yeah,
well,
we got
I think
lucky.
that's why I said Tucker Kraft is because he was only 4 yards away, I think, from the touchdown, and I
But
definitely think he would
what
have
if
bodied
the
that
ball got
throw to
tipped?
win the game.
That could have happened too. The ball could have got tipped also.
Again, there was two better options than the one he took. So
But the Packers were so lucky on that last play that it hit the guy on the helmet.
yeah,
Very
Jacobs.
lucky. If there was one more second, we couldn't we couldn't tie the game up. And I still say I don't like the new kickoff rules.
I like it. It's literally evolving the game. Like kickers are now thinking of new kicks that's making it harder for players to catch, and I like it. I think that makes kickers more
Yeah, but
valuable now.
it is so stupid though. You
I
gotta
don't think
catch
it makes kickers
no, I
valuable,
just
Jay.
think I
Then
just
you were the
think
most laughable
we
position in the whole entire sports, and now they
I
actually
think
have
I think
like
you might feel like
advantage.
that, Jay, because we haven't done anything with it yet. If we were returning it in a better way, I think it would be better. But I think it gives the punters, yeah, a much better opportunity.
Yeah, this is the most muff kicks the NFL has ever had, and it's because kickers have found a new spinning method for the ball that makes players drop the ball more consistently. And again, I don't. Again, if it happens to us, I won't like it. But if it's the other way around, I like that a position that people thought was kind of pointless is now
Yeah,
means something.
it's not just like, oh, he just goes on the field and kicks it in the
and
end.
you
Yeah,
know
and
what
if they
else
mess
I don't
up,
like?
guess what? And guess what? If the kicking team messes up, guess what? The returning team gets better field position now. So like, I like that. You might not look cool with guys, you know, 30 yards apart coming in together and smashing, but like, it's more strategy. It can lead to more returns, which is the most exciting play in the NFL. I think. Like, I just think that it brings a lot to the table. It's just gonna take some
And
getting
you know
used to,
what
I
else
think,
I
but
don't
we'll get
like
it.
about special teams? It's the new onside kick rule for the past couple of years. Why in the hell do you have to let the other team know that you're gonna do an onside kick?
I
I
can
don't
see the
know.
questioning there, but at the same time, though, like
It's like a
kind of
surprise
it is
on the
kind of
other team.
cheesy to be like, oh, we're gonna do an onside kick and not let you guys prepare, and then take the ball away from you to win the game without
Yeah,
giving them heads up. I get like trick plays happen in other scenarios of the game, but it's not like a return one play that decides the whole thing. It's like a team has to just get savvy
yeah,
themselves
but
when they're
can you
lying.
tell me how many onside kicks got recovered before they put that rule in and after?
I get that point. There wasn't really a lot, and there still really isn't a big difference. But I just really gotta say, I don't really like the onside kick play. I think that's a really dumb. I get the whole point of like it's a chance to get the ball
It's
back
high.
for a
It's high
final,
risk, high reward.
yeah,
Yeah, it is.
final
It is.
thing. So that's why I'm okay with them changing it, is because it's almost a non-factor as well. Because
Yeah, nobody uses it.
yeah, and then when they do, they still have the same opportunity
Yeah,
to get the ball with the 10 yards and everything. They only change that you have to let the team know. If they change it, we're like, oh, it's closer or a little bit farther, then that's when I'm like, all right, Ned, you're doing too much to a play that's barely used.
onside kick is like a Madden play. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's only useful in Madden.
yeah.
Yeah, especially when no one ever does field goals in Madden, and you're like, bro, stop cheating.
Right.
Like me, I used to do it all the time. I would go for it on fourth down. Every single fourth down, I'd go for it. Go for it. Go for it. But yeah. But luckily, the Packers are on a bye week this week, so I'm hoping they do something to get the team up a little bit more, a lot more energy and urgency. That was ridiculous how they were so slow on the final play.
And I think, especially, I think for as far as the NFC North, I think the Lions will beat the Bengals. I don't see them losing to the
Yeah.
Bengals, but I think the Bears are going to lose to the Commanders, and I think the Vikings are going to lose to the Browns.
But do you know if Jaden Daniels is going to be back for that
I
game?
think he is. I
As
could
say,
be
I
wrong,
believe
but I
that.
think he is. And even without him, I'm sorry, I don't think the Bears would beat them, even though they have not been good. I just
Yeah,
don't.
but have you seen Marcus Mariota play? He's horrible for the Commanders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the Bears really haven't faced a defense like the Commanders, though.
That's why, like, when they do they play? Yeah, like for when they play the Browns, I think they'll lose because they have not. They have had. They're 2-2. Realistically, they've had such easy games.
Oh man,
Besides the Lions, so
they got so lucky last week for blocking that.
yeah, they should be 1-3. And then like look at their next games are so scattered. They got like the Commanders hard, but then they got the Saints easy, Bengals
Hey,
easy, Giants easy.
don't sleep on the Saints.
I'm sleeping on Spencer Rattler. I don't trust him as a QB yet.
If I'm being honest, don't the Saints have a good cornerback? I'll trade Malik
Right,
Willis
he
for them.
does. He does. They
Yeah,
do.
they're
But
not
Spencer
ready.
Rattler's not ready enough for that. But whatever.
Everybody's gonna want a first round pick.
And I feel so bad for Justin Fields.
Oh
Like,
man,
they're 0-4. That makes me so sad because I
And
love
they've
him
been
a
playing
lot.
actually pretty
He
decently
played
too.
really good against the
yeah,
Dolphins.
he's been playing his butt off.
I'm just gonna say this right now. I still stand by this. I've been saying it ever since the Bears let go of him. The Bears would be in a way better position right now if they
if
just
they
picked
kept
Justin
him.
Fields.
I agree. I never think they should
Or
have.
the
He is
Steelers
miles.
never should have let him go either.
He is
No,
miles.
The Steelers would be a definite playoff team if they had Justin Fields. The Justin Fields, I guess his footwork isn't the best, but the amount of improvement he's shown from year one to now
Mhm.
is incredible and shows his work ethic to want to be a good quarterback.
And I'm sorry, but he's miles better than Caleb Williams. Like,
But doesn't that happen every time their QB goes somewhere else? They play really good.
No, his last season in Chicago was really good. They just didn't have an offensive line, and he was doing so much work. And then when he leaves, then they get an offensive line. Like I
Yeah.
think that's why I said they would be such in a better position now because he understands the playbook better. He has better. I understand Caleb Williams can run, but he is definitely way more readier than Caleb Williams, and he has a better farther arm when he does throw the ball.
And right now, I think he's a better QB than A-Rod.
Aaron Rodgers,
I just think Steelers have a better team.
Yeah,
that support
they
Rodgers.
have a better team.
But again, like technically, the Jets have a lot of good. The Jets shouldn't be 0-4.
No, they have a lot of good talent.
But I mean,
O-line either though.
the only good team in the AFC East though is the Bills. Like it's the Patriots, the Dolphins, and the Jets. Like
the biggest disappointment I think with the Jets is that their defense has been really, really disappointing, especially their safeties and cornerbacks.
Yeah.
I have one last question for you guys.
Oh, and the Titans, they're 0-4. They just suck. They're just a bad team.
Oh man, yeah, with Caleb Williams. No, with Cam Ward, the rookie.
Well,
QB.
they have the worst O line in the league, so he's getting his butt whooped.
Yeah, he
back
is.
there.
And the Saints, they're 0-4 too.
Yeah.
So,
But I have one last question for you guys. How did the Vikings get the raw end of the deal in the schedule? They have to play back to back overseas games.
It's because the NFL didn't want them to get rid of Sam.
yeah.
I mean, they lost to the Steelers last week in Dublin. And now they have to go to London to play.
And I'm
Okay.
sorry, can I just say the Vikings are so cooked because if they lose to the Browns, then they play the Eagles, the Chargers, the Lions,
Yeah.
the Ravens, us, the Seahawks, the Commanders. Like they're
Yeah,
cooked.
they're not gonna. Yeah, that schedule is brutal.
What? That's
And
what,
then us,
7 games in a
again, and the
row that they
Lions.
possibly might lose. Then
Yeah, and then there's us again, the Lions again, and then they play the Bears and the Giants. So yeah, they have a really tough schedule going forward.
Yeah.
but both of the overseas games are away games for them, though. I thought that's what the
No, one on the home game and one on the away game.
Wait, what was the first away game? Or wait, was against the Steelers? Was that overseas?
Yeah, that was in Dublin, Ireland.
No, they're both away games.
Okay, yeah, that's what I
Steelers was a
thought- that's
home
what I
game,
thought
and
the
Browns is a home game.
yeah, that's what I thought the trade-off
Oh,
was.
really?
Is that
They
they weren't
didn't
taking
lose any
a
home
home
game.
away from the Vikings.
Yeah, so both are away games. The only they've won an away game and a home game this season, but both
Okay.
overseas are away games.
But man, and I thought they would have a QB controversy, but yeah,
No,
yeah, Carson wins. He looked good against the Bengals.
okay, but that's the thing too. If the Vikings can go 48-10 against the Bengals, and whatever the Lions are going to do, I'm going to be absolutely livid if we lose to them.
Yeah, but look what the Bears did to the Cowboys, and look what the Packers did
You
to the
still scored
Cowboys.
40 points, Jay. I don't get your
Yeah,
point.
we still get. It was purely our defense. If our defense showed up, we would have absolutely dominated that game.
Yeah, I don't get why you keep trying to knock our offense. Our offense scored 40 points.
And look at what the New York Giants did against the Cowboys too. Put up 42 points and still lost.
So then so that again, I also just want to say the Cowboys barely lost against the Eagles. I said it last week against the Browns. I said this also during the summer. The NFL right now is heading into their like NBA era where instead of it just being 3 teams being really good, now it's going to be a clusterfuck of teams because the league has gotten younger, so more better and faster talent. That's where the NBA is at. And a lot of people are just underestimating franchises.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, and like especially like Dak is playing great, and the Cowboys technically, yeah, the games they've lost, they've barely lost. They could even have been a 4-0 team. It just didn't turn out that way. Like,
yeah, I think the competition in the NFL right now is. Really
I think every division is a wild card, and I don't think there's a single team that would if you played against them in the playoffs would 100% destroy the other team. I think every team could be great this season except for a couple.
Yeah, the only two teams that had the potential,
except for the Saints and the Titans.
Yeah, the only 2 teams that had, I guess 4 teams, including those, but in opposite spectrums. The only 2 teams that had the chance to be dominant, which again they haven't been, were the Eagles and Packers. They've shown to be good, the Eagles and Packers, but they've shown that they could possibly be beatable again. The Eagles haven't lost, but they've shown that they can get beat the hell up.
Well, and I just think that's where they need to lose though for that to sink in.
Yeah. But again, I think I agree with you, Jackson, that it's going to hit the Eagles eventually, especially if they're already having locker room type of drama and they're
and who knows?
Games.
I personally think Bo Nix could beat them. Personally, I think the Broncos could beat them.
Yeah,
because he's good and their defense is looking amazing. So I think the Broncos could beat them.
We will see.
I am hoping because if since there's no Packer game, all I can do is pray on the downfall of other teams.
I do too.
And I'm gonna try and stream Sunday for the first time on my channel because there's no.
I watched the Lions game. I watched the entire game. That was the first.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, I was just like, please, Browns, do something.
I was watching the Lions game, the Buffalo game, the Commander game, all at the same time, dude. It was all on my one screen on my television. Cause I have the NFL package, so you can watch every single game on screen at the same time.
Yeah, we get it. You're fancy.
Oh, jeez, Jackson.
I can get cable again, so I'm not behind, but who knows?
Luckily my brother has YouTube TV, so I just use that. Otherwise, I'd be screwed.
Okay.
Are you when you watch games? Are you ahead of Jay on YouTube TV?
No, I'm behind. That's why I don't like doing the streams because I don't want to have Jay celebrate when I can't see what's happening.
So I just got to get a box again, I guess, because they. By the way, I found out because my TV glitched. They do it on purpose. It's not just streaming. They're doing it on purpose. My TV glitched, went forward in time where I was ahead of you, Jay. Then it glitched back to where it was normally. I'm like, you mother! I really wish that I was joining you in the first quarter because it happened yet against the Cowboys, where when they were getting the ball back and it had it on Romeo Dobbs and it switched to Jordan Love. So it went from Romeo Dobbs running to the field to Jordan Love saying hike and the line going back. I'm like, yo, put me ahead. It's a scam. Like, oh my gosh.
No, but you know what? You know what I don't get about you guys? You know Tom Grassi also lives in Wisconsin now?
Yeah, I'm aware.
For some reason, me and Tom are on the same timeline.
Well, because he uses a cable box. That's what I said. I got to get a box
now. On the game.
Yeah, I got to get a box. That's what it is. It's just satellite stuff clicks next to it right away. And then streaming stuff that does, but they're lagging it behind on purpose.
I use satellite also.
So.
Yeah, that's my brother, the 49ers fan.
Ooh,
Boo.
And
Brock Purdy is garbage.
Matt Jones instead of Brock Purdy.
Dang.
he gets so upset when I talk about Brock Purdy.
Does he like Brock Purdy?
Yeah, he thinks he's the best because he's the next Tom Brady.
Yeah, okay.
A 7th round pick.
Jackson, when he walks away, you gotta put like subtitle words when he walks away what he said.
Yeah.
That's funny. But yeah.
This video was a little bit long, guys. I hope you guys like it. It's just 3 guys talking about their team, and we disagree on some points. We agree on a lot of stuff, but we do disagree on some stuff.
I don't know. I think it's the 2 younger brothers arguing with the oldest one most of the time.
I think it's the 2 younger brothers arguing with like the dad that doesn't know what's going on.
What the hell are you guys? You're making me look like a villain on my own channel. Good God. So, what are we going to talk about next week? We're not going to talk about the Packers.
I'm going to talk about the Eagles and the Vikings.
And I think I might have a preseason game next week, so we might be able to talk about that. So,
and maybe we would have something to talk about the Packers. Maybe we'll get some great news about our special team coach getting fired.
I hope. I mean, like, I'm desperate.
I don't know. I have Sage. Maybe tomorrow I should wake up and start, putting it in the air. New new special teams coordinator, cornerback. Slam dunk.
Quarterback. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna trade for a quarterback, dude.
You never know. I'm putting it out there. Okay. Wow, that sounded really good, by the way.
We have no more. We have no first round picks for 2 years.
I think we're fine. I just
Yeah, okay.
want us. I think we just need to lock in. Like,
You know what I want to see? I want to see Bolt Melton out there at corner.
I was gonna say that earlier when we were talking about.
why? I mean, might as well, right? Like, why not?
He
Especially for
has the
Valentine keeps getting
speed.
beat. I'm sorry. I want him to do well. Maybe it was him changing his number from 37 to 24.
I mean, you know, if Travis Hunter can play both ways, why can't we just put Bolt Melton in there both ways?
He did play against the Browns wide receiver for us.
He did. Yep.
He caught, I thought, 2 passes, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I
but
think
They're
we
now
just need to.
only for like 3 to 5 yards or
I
something.
think we need to spend just the next 2 weeks because I mean, like this morning, Micah Parsons posted, and then like him, Jordan Love, and Josh Jacobs were like at Micah Parsons' ranch in Texas, just like relaxing, like taking time. I think they should do that for a couple days, and then they need to figure out like they need to lock in
Mental
and just
reset and then
yeah,
unlock
mental
it.
reset's important.
I
But I
mean the
think they
whole
just need to
team.
group together. I think they need to watch the past 2 games, and they need to watch the first two and
Like I
see
said,
what helped.
they didn't sit Michael Parsons down and make him watch some Jerry Jones videos against the Cowboys.
Yeah.
What that is ridiculous.
It's not. It gets him angry. Like, yeah,
Well, I
I'm
don't
gonna
even
beat
think it
on this
matters.
team.
I think he's truly like disappointed in himself and the defense, like just not showing up. So I just think they need to watch what they did right the first 2 games, the defense, not the offense, and
But
what
you
they
know
did
what?
wrong the last 2 games.
Let me ask you about the. Did you see Jeff Hasley move Micah Parsons around? I don't think he moved him around.
Remember I said that during a stream. I said, why isn't he moving Micah Parsons around more?
Yeah, like in the first 2 games. In the first 2 games, he put it at D tackle, right end, left end, linebacker.
Yeah, he also did the same thing with Gary. Even though he didn't move him in the middle, he kept moving Gary from each side and
Yeah, and
trading.
it was working for the 2 weeks.
It was working against the Browns as well, by the way.
Yeah, it was working against the Browns, but against the Cowboys, they just.
That's why I said they didn't play with the same fire.
I mean, you're telling me you're not going to put Michael Parsons behind, no, in front of the second string left guard?
They only did it, I think, like 3 plays.
So
I remember.
I want to see more of that out of Michael Parsons playing everywhere on the line.
Yeah, I think the Packers again just only do those really good, flashy, like creative plays when we're playing against good teams. And then when I think the team that I think the catching staff saves our really good plays for the teams that I think they think are hard, and the teams that they think that we should beat, I think they think we could just beat with some
I
average
completely
plays.
agree. I completely agree.
And I think that's the mindset that's killing the coaching staff. And then these younger players, again, with their confidence when the team's like, oh, this is a play that isn't too hard. We'll get you guys. Then smack, and the Packers are like, what's the rest of the game plan, man? You don't have any other special play. We're supposed to keep doing this.
We are being great. We're being greedy, and we're underestimating teams. Every single team should be looked at as a Super Bowl caliber team. It doesn't matter what their record is. Every team should be looked at as a team that can win it all.
You know the same on any given Sunday.
Yeah.
So, but I gotta say, Jordan Love should have had an interception in that game. And he got
that play should have offset it because there was 2 penalties.
He got called that.
So I don't think he should have got an interception either. But I agree. I agree with you that it was a a play that should have just reset it itself. So, should have
Yeah,
had
because Trevon Diggs did intercept that ball. But luckily it got called back. So,
Yeah.
all right, guys, it's getting late for you guys. I know that.
I'm tired.
Yes, I can tell. I can tell.
I'm
a off day
thirsty.
tomorrow, so I actually want to.
So yeah, so you guys want to end it here?
Yeah.
All
But
right,
hey,
guys.
this was a good.
Also-
This is long.
Yeah, this is a long one. It's about an hour and 40 minutes long.
This was almost a podcast. Like, one.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Normally, guys, by the way, these will probably only be like 30 to 40 minutes long. Around
Yeah.
But I was quite upset. So.
Yes, it was. And me too.
You can put me 3 in there as well. You know, the three-headed dogs. You know, do better next time.
Yeah.
Disappointment.
So yeah, we promise next week it's not gonna be this long.
But if you do like them, let us know. But please, I hope you guys watched the whole thing. If you did watch it, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to again comment, like, and subscribe, and share with your
It
friends
helps.
that you think that would enjoy just a normal conversation about sports.
Mhm.
Yep,
It
and
helps.
we're on our way to 3K, and we're gonna do something special when we hit 3K.
We need 3K.
So it's me, Kenton, and Jackson. We're guys that love the Packers. So yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye, you guys.